A lot of real estate agents want to make sales, right? And believe me on this, there is nothing wrong in wanting to make sales as a realtor, as a real estate agent. But of course, from experience interfacing or discussing with realtors, I've come to realize that there are several things that they gloss over. There are several things that a lot of realtors don't put into consideration. Let me make you a list of some of these challenges, and maybe you can find a solution to this, especially by crafting a sales funnel that helps to simplify the sales process for a realtor. So the very first challenge most realtors have when it comes to online success, right, is from experience. Most realtors treat their businesses as a side hustle, right, and that is why they don't take their real estate business very seriously. They don't make plans on how to succeed in the business, and maybe that is one of the reasons also why they fixate so much on making quick sales. So apart from this, the other challenge also that rob realtors of the gains or the benefit of making real and tangible sales online is paying less attention to the problems or to the challenges that a potential buyer most likely have. You're focusing more on wanting to sell a property and not really taking your time to look into some of the challenges that these guys may have that may actually motivate them to wanting to buy a property from you, right? So apart from this challenge also, one other very key challenge that rob realtors of the gains or the dividend of making sales online also is the fact that most realtors do little to nothing when it comes to research, right? So researching into buyers' behavior, researching into pain points, as said in the previous point, right? Researching on some other challenges, some other motivating factors that may actually help a potential buyer to commit to becoming a client of yours. Most realtors don't actually put that also into consideration. And of course, long and short of all of this is the fact that I think it all stems from treating their real estate business as but a side hustle and not as a real business. So what are some of the options that are available to realtors when it comes to doing successfully online? So these challenges at the end of the day suggests various options to realtors. I mean options that drive them deeper into lack of sales, right? So you can imagine a guy who is fixated on making sales now will always look for how to run paid ads in order to get a guy to book an inspection or to call in to make inquiries and all of that. So there are several other options also that are open to realtors. For instance, going on air, on radio or on television in order to get the attention of a good number of people. But at the end of the day, guys, all of these things still boil down to the fact that realtors will continue to make mistakes of wanting to sell and not giving value first of all, right? So what exactly is the solution to all of this? The solution definitely is planning, and that is the crux of this video, right? In this video I want us to look into making sales funnel, right? Sales funnel for realtors. I'll get to the board behind me right now and I will draw a typical sales funnel that a realtor can actually get to follow. I mean, it can serve as a blueprint for anyone who is into real estate and wanting to deliver value, right? And of course make sales also at the end of the day. That exactly is what I believe so strongly is the solution to lack of sales in real estate. When a realtor is able to map out or to design or to plan his sales journey on the internet, it becomes easier for the realtor to also attract like-minded buyers who are actually also in tune with that particular solution that the realtor is actually selling, right? So let's get to the board. Let me draw you out a typical sales funnel that I have thought over the years, and of course a lot of realtor friends have adopted this also and they've got success from it. So making sales in real estate should never start from asking anyone to buy from you. So any campaign that you are running in real estate that centers around asking people to buy from you may actually fail, right? Because believe me on this, from research, it's been said that although we have 100% of people on the internet that are surfing the internet every day, right, about 97% of them don't know that they have a problem, right? They don't know they have a problem. They don't have the money also. Even if they knew, they don't also have the money to purchase whatever it is that the solution is, right? Or they may not also be ready. Maybe they have other priorities. They may not be ready to actually buy that particular solution at that time, right? And several other things that are attributed to this 97%. The remaining 3% of people are the people that have the capacity to buy. They've got the money to buy, and they also got the problem that needs solution, and they are also in search of solution to their problems, right? So usually most realtors target these 3% of people unknowingly, right? Targeting these 3% of people who have the capacity, who have the money to buy, who have the problem also that needs solution. Only but a few realtors target this 97% of people, which sometimes we call the cold leads. These ones are hot, right? These are hot potential customers or clients. Most realtors target these 3% of people and target less of 97% of this. And at the end of the day, anyone who is smart enough to target this 97% of people eventually becomes successful more than the guys who end up targeting this 3%. These 3% of people can actually get you sales almost immediately, but how sustainable is this 3%, right? You may actually get them to give you sales immediately, but they may not be good enough to sustain your business. And the reason is because their taste shifts so quickly. So they've got taste issue. They can actually get to abandon you anytime, any day, right? They relocate or they move, right? They move so quickly also because they've got money. They can actually just travel and forget about you. They are never known to be consistent buyers, right? So there's inconsistency in them, and several other things that are attributed to this 3% of buyers online. And the reason they also have a taste issue and movement issue is because also they've got trust or loyalty issue, right? So because a good number of persons are always targeting them and wanting them to buy from them, right? They usually don't have all of the luxury of time to commit to a particular realtor to make their transactions. They're always on the move looking for different options and all of that, right? But the moment you're able to work on the other 97% of people, which of course I'm going to be showing you how to go about doing that, right? You end up building loyal customers. You end up building loyalty, right? You build loyalty, you build trust, right? And of course, they are not known to always move also, and several other attributes that this 97% of potential buyers actually possesses. So let's get right into how to develop a typical sales funnel that eventually help you in targeting this 97% of people. Because my single advice to any realtor out there is not to run campaigns targeting only the 3% every time. Once in a while, you should target also this 97% of people that want to buy, but sometimes they don't know they have the problem, and at some other time they may not be ready to buy from you, and maybe at some other times also they are just not available at the moment to make some purchases, right? So which is why having a sales funnel that eventually grabs these people in is very important. So let's draw a simple funnel. So we all know what a funnel is. Let me make a sketchy design of what a funnel is. I may not be good at drawing, right? So this is a simple example of a funnel. Most likely I'm getting this right. I wouldn't vouch for that, right? So this is an example of a funnel, and in drawing up a funnel, we want to consider what we call the AIDA, right? Yeah, I want to consider this, right? So this first A here is attention, right? Yeah, I will explain all of that shortly. And this other one here, this I here is interest, right? The D here is desire, right? And then the last A here is action. All right. So for every campaign you run, you obviously go through the first phase, right? So this is the A, this is the I, this is the D, and this is the A right here, right? So let's make it this way for easier understanding. So this is the attention. The very first thing you do in a funnel is to create a means by which you drive attention to your business. And of course, I will explain the best way of driving attention and what kind of attention you should be driving. So the second I here is interest. Welling up interest in the mind of potential buyers. So D here, which is the desire, making them, apart from getting them to be interested, you also want to help them desire it. I mean, make it a must have, right? A must. And of course, helping them take action, ensuring that taking action is as simple as possible, right? Attention, create attention. The next one, which is interest, help them well up interest and help them make it a must have. And last but not least, make sure or ensure that taking action is as simple as ABCD, right? So now, having done all of this, it is now very important to map out a sales funnel. Let's go ahead and map out a sales funnel, right? And let's see how we can put all of these things into practical illustration, right? So now, attention. For every campaign you run, there must be a platform where you drive attention from. So the very first thing I want you to understand is you can draw attention from Facebook, right? From Instagram, right? And of course, maybe you can also get to do SEO, search engine optimization, right? So all of this means help you to drive attention to your business, and we are drawing attention to the landing page, right? Now, guys, one of the suggestions I've always given to realtors is ensuring that your landing page is not salesy. Your landing page must give value. And for real estate, one of the advices I always give is ensuring that at every point in time you offer something for free that allows a guy to read, right, and then take an action by filling a form. So this is a button. So the guy reads a landing page, subscribes as a lead, and then is able to get something for free. So my suggestion usually is making up a PDF or an ebook material that houses several things you are very sure most potential buyers want to know about real estate investment, right? So make up this idea, check out the problems of buyers, and compose all of these problems together inside of an ebook and give it up for free, right? In turn, get them to leave you their name, their email, and their phone number. My single advice sometimes also is never to focus on making sales, right? As a realtor, focus on giving value. Give something for free, and in turn get them to leave you their information, and then you can generate leads. So sometimes your target should be no less than 100,000 leads, maybe in a month. So if you do all you can do by running campaigns on Facebook, by doubling on Instagram, drive this traffic to this landing page, give value to them, generate as much as 100,000 leads, and I can guarantee you that this time sales will come flocking into your real estate business. So now, as soon as I'm done with this, you want to go ahead and follow up on them with email. So these guys convert as leads, right? And then you can follow up on them with emails. You can follow up on them with bulk SMSs. You can follow up on them on WhatsApp if you have access to WhatsApp. You can follow up on them by a simple call. You can follow up on them with all of these approaches, and then of course in turn these leads will be directed to a page for properties that allows them to see the available properties, right? And in turn getting them to convert also from here, most likely, right? Maybe with a simple call button that allows them to convert to call for inspection, right? So you do consistent email marketing to this lead. You do a consistent bulk SMS to this lead by warming them up, by welling up interest and desire in this lead. And of course from here, they can convert to sales immediately. These guys will someday call you asking you to to deliver or to take them to the inspection site to see the property or the properties that you have up for sale, right? So don't focus your attention on sales. Focus your attention on generating as much as 100,000 leads consistently every month. So this is definitely the solution to all of the challenges, all of the sales challenges that you may be having in real estate as a realtor in making sales, right? So instead of focusing the whole of your attention on driving sales or making people to or wanting people to call in for inspection immediately, you want to take your time to generate 100,000 leads consistently every month by mapping out a very neat and easy to understand and easy to follow sales funnel, right? So that will be it basically for now, guys. I hope all of these things make sense to you. Until next time, guys, thank you so much and see you next time.